GOLIME 001, Introduction, Location, Under Heaven. You little lowly demon, how dare you stand before a god and challenge him? Caleb yelled as he faced the lowly demon GOLIME hovering in the sky. The law must end, she replied in a strict voice. Then prepare to die, he replied, meaning every word. Many years earlier. Location, hell. Daddy, won't the Council of Demons release Mother? GOLIME asked worriedly, as it had been 2 weeks since her mother had been called to the council. I went to the palace today, but they sent me away, he replied sadly. Just then, one of Lucifer's servants walked into their house, looking fierce and dangerous. Can't you knock before entering? I don't know what you're doing here, but you are not welcome, her father said, his tone stern and serious. He hadn't even finished his statement before a crystal blade pierced him in the back, and another guard, who had appeared in their house suddenly, thrust a second crystal blade into his stomach. As he was in this state, he desperately called out to his daughter to run as he opened a portal to another world with his only one-time pass. As he fell heavily to the ground in death, the portal closed behind his daughter, who was falling into a strange, unknown world as the guard dashed to her to kill her but was repelled back with great force. No, she yelled in horror, looking back to see her father's lifeless body on the floor as the portal closed. After a while, she looked around and was surprised at the beauty of the environment compared to hell. But her eyes were clouded with tears, so she couldn't fully take in the sight. Just then, a woman appeared in front of her, obstructing her view. The woman's eyes were icy, and her voice was even colder. Demon, this is just the beginning of your horror, she said icily. GOLIME shivered, not only from the coldness of the woman's voice, but also from the realization of what she had just said. Chapter 1, Kill or Get Killed. GOLIME Pav. I found myself in Under Heaven, a place restricted by the fallen angels, forbidden to be accessed by demons. I fell on my bottom, dragging my legs close to myself as I wept bitterly. It's clear that my father is dead, but what about my mother? Is she gone too? I can't believe my father was killed, leaving me alone in this wicked world. Can I even survive on another planet, one so different from the world I've known all my life? I'm just a 15-year-old female demon who knows nothing, too bad. After a while, I looked around, surprised by the beauty of the environment compared to hell. But my eyes were clouded with tears, so I couldn't fully take in the sight. The beauty of this planet was breathtaking, it was 100 times more beautiful than hell. The fallen angels must truly enjoy this world compared to mine. It's a shame I've never had anything good in mine, only sorrow. The flowers along the road were so beautiful that words could not describe them. Their petals were as clean and pure as snow, painted in dazzling shades of red, gold, silver, pink, and purple. Even the bright red here couldn't be compared to the red of hell, this one glowed brighter than fire itself. Just then, a woman appeared before me, blocking my view. Her eyes were icy, and her voice was even colder. Demon, this is just the beginning of your horror, she said icily. I shivered, not only from her chilling tone but from the meaning of her words. I'm sorry, I said quickly. I was sent here by my father using the only pass he had to Under Heaven. Get this slave into the vehicle, she ordered, ignoring my explanation. I didn't know what she meant by vehicle, but I understood slave, and the thought froze me to the bone. I couldn't believe that a young demon like me would end up as a slave to the fallen angels. From frying pan to fire. Her guards grabbed me violently and dragged me toward the vehicle as I struggled to resist. They were too strong. I felt helpless and terrified as they carried me off to an unknown fate. As the vehicle moved, I stared out, lost in thoughts of escape. The houses we passed were beyond my imagination, elegant, shining, and flawless. Then, when we reached a crystal-clear river unlike any I'd ever seen, the vehicle sprouted wings and lifted off. We flew toward another area filled with magnificent mansions, each more beautiful than the last. When we arrived in a mansion, I was dragged roughly out of the vehicle, stumbling to the ground, still dizzy from the flight. Get her to the slave master, the woman ordered before walking away. I was taken to another building in the same compound where I saw other girls like me, some demons, others fallen angels who must have been captured. Mr. Wyatt, this is a new slave. Mrs. Hudson said you should assign her a duty or sell her off, one of them said, handing me over. Yes, ma'am, he replied as she left immediately. What a beautiful young demon, he said, scanning me from head to toe. I was trembling at the sight of his huge frame. He looked like a former warrior, one who must have committed an offense that landed him here in Under Heaven. The only difference between us demons and the fallen angels is this. Demons have sinned against God since the time Lucifer tried to take over heaven, and we were cast into hell as eternal punishment. But for the newer generations, demons like me, there's still a chance of redemption. After spending at least 1,000 years doing good deeds, we might be allowed to return to heaven. Lucifer and his accomplices, however, have no such hope. While the fallen angels, according to the names they gave themselves and told us, are weaker and we should maintain the name, demon, not fallen angels. According to them, they are fallen angels and will soon rise up to heaven because they committed a little offense. Their punishment is lighter, and they live in Under Heaven, a place second only to heaven itself. Over the years, they've built councils, royalty, and wealth, shaping the planet to their liking. Some who were fit to return to heaven even refuse, choosing instead to rule here. I know all this because I attended school in hell. Young demon, stop thinking and listen to what I'm saying, mister. Wyatt snapped, pulling me from my thoughts. I would have sold you to fallen angels who need sex slaves, he said harshly, but I won't. Thank Almighty, at least I won't be a sex slave. Mila, he yelled. A fallen angel entered almost immediately. Her eyes were fully white, a sign she had committed an offense. Normally, fallen angels' eyes are pure and radiant, while demons have gleaming red ones. When we're angry, our eye color may change depending on our powers. Most, however, don't have any eyes transformation, they maintain their normal eyes colors. As for me, I have no powers yet. Follow me, Mila said coldly. I walked behind her, my heart filled with sadness and thoughts of my father's death. What does the future hold for me here? I can only hope my mother is still alive. She led me to a section behind the mansion. No pity, kid, she said. You'll be working here. The coordinator will assign you your duty. What do you mean by no pity? I asked, trying to hide my sadness. Well, kid, the pity is divided into two, she said. First, I don't pity you because your father just died. What the heck, I cut her off. Will you let me finish? She snapped, gritting her teeth. I fell silent. And second, I don't pity you because you're just a kid. The work assigned to you might be too much for your little self, she added. How do you know my father died? I asked quietly. I can see the past of anyone once in a while, except for a few powerful fallen angels and demons, she replied. You're here, Mila, a well-built fallen angel said as we arrived at another part of the mansion, a store. Here, I brought a slave for you, she said. Okay, he replied with a smile. I'll take my leave, she said, walking away. You look beautiful today, he called after her, but she ignored him. Follow me, kid, he ordered. He led me out of the store area, where other young beings like me and older, male and female, were carrying goods inside. We walked until we reached another section of the mansion. You are to mop from here to that end every morning with a new girl who arrived 2 weeks ago, he said. Keep the floor sparkling clean. After that, you'll trim the flowers with the others to prevent them from overgrowing. Please, who's my assistant? I asked timidly. You'll know her when you come to work tomorrow, he replied. Now, follow me. He led me to another building marked female slaves. He opened a door without knocking, and inside was a girl, naked, facing away from the entrance. The moment she realized he had entered, she covered herself quickly. Damn it, I muttered within me. Doesn't he have any respect for women? My dad would never barge into my room without knocking. You'll be sleeping here. Grab a foam and make yourself uncomfortable, he said flatly. Like seriously, uncomfortable, I thought. There's no comfort for slaves, he added, as if he had read my mind. Can you read minds? I asked. No, he replied. Then, turning to the girl, he said, give her a proper update. With that, he left. Hi, I greeted, noticing her cold stare. I'm GOLIME, I said, stretching my hand for a handshake. She looked about my age, maybe a year or two older. I hoped she wouldn't treat me as worthless, like so many others had. What a beautiful name for a beautiful girl, she said at last, smiling softly. I'm Zoe, she added, shaking my hand. You're sad, but trying to hide it, she said gently. You lost something precious, didn't you? Her words pierced through me. For the first time since my father's death, I broke down and wept bitterly. She moved closer, wrapped her arms around me, and patted my back. It's okay, she whispered. When I finally stopped crying, I wanted to tell her my story, but I wasn't ready. Don't force the words out, she said. Tell me when you're ready. Then, with a faint smile, she added. The first thing you need to know in this house is that you either kill or get killed. Story written by King Jaewon. Protected under the Copyright Act 2025. Reproduction or adaptation without permission is prohibited. Watch out for the next chapter.